Good morning and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We have two blended Scotch whiskeys. We're on to blended now. We finished a single malt. So now it's time for it. It's a cold morning. So I'll be going walking in a little while out in that cold. At least it's not windy. Louisiana. All right. So here's the two we have. This is one I have only tried once in my life. That was for the recorded review. This is Trader Joe's blended Scotch whiskey. Blended and bottled for Trader Joe's. Yeah. Now, who makes it? We don't know because it's probably not made by any specific people. It's probably different single malts from whoever got the good bids, made the good offer, and grain whiskey from whoever. It's blended and bottled. But so it's under contract. It's got a name of a company down here, but they don't have a website that I could find. So it's really a mystery. They don't even have this listed on the Trader Joe's website. So I don't know when it was introduced. I don't know who makes it. I do know that I got this liter for $10.99 at Trader Joe's last year. So that's the deal. Now, it's aged 3 years, the minimum. So it's all minimum. I was looking at some reviews on distiller.com. They're up and down. Like some people talk about how good it is, and then you got the next review talking about how it smells and tastes like nail polish remover, and it's a 0 out of 100. So you get these extremes like, oh, it's really good, or it's trash. I had one tasting. I thought it was pretty good, like in the B range, but I got to have more experience with it to really make an assessment. Here's another liter bottle. I got this one for like $27. I can't remember if it was 23 or 27, like around that. It was a big special at Acquista Paces in Covington, Louisiana. Okay, so I wasn't really looking to buy it that day, although it was on my to buy list, and most stores had it for about $27, but for the regular bottle. This is a liter bottle, so I got 25% more whiskey for the same price. And this is produced in Scotland for the Glen Turner Company. Okay, so there's a big write-up on the back about all the rich flavor and everything. Cutty Sark. And this is a dark brown bottle. It looks black, doesn't it? It's basically a black bottle, but if you had good sunlight, like we're going to have later today, and you held it up to the light, you would see that it's brown. Just like a lot of other black bottles that I've had, they're actually dark purple, like Hennessy Black. If you hold it up to an extreme light, it's purple. Okay, I don't know if they can make black glass, but what do I know about glass? Not much. Okay, I know it shatters. All right. Shattered. Now this has a beautiful aluminum twist cap that says bottled in Scotland. Now my friend David passed judgment on it and said it was garbage. Yet he's never tried it. He's calling it garbage because it's $10.99 for the liter. Well, that's what it was last year. It might have gone up $1. Well, I don't consider it garbage, and I already tasted it. It wasn't anything fantastic now, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't garbage. Okay, so now I'm going to moisturize. This has a real cork, you see. Plastic cap cover. I remember it now. This thing was tight. It's real cork. It's not like particle board cork or rubber. Yeah, went into focus. See, real cork. Nice, huh? All right. You can get a whole handle, big jug bottle of Cutty Sark, 3-year aged, the green bottle with the yellow label. You can get a whole handle of that for less than $30 at some stores. So, but this is a, I don't know if, well, this is This is a more specialty edition. It is obviously a specialty edition. And most stores don't sell. I don't see it. I've never seen it in my town. I have seen it here and there around New Orleans. Matured in American oak. So, but I haven't seen it commonly. No. Thought I had to pour right. I got to pour more. Just what I didn't want to do. I'm trying to save it. A little bit of that cork is coming off. That ain't cool. It's so tight. That's why it's like you're grinding it. Let's look at the appearance. Yeah, the Trader Joe's. Oh, look at all that cork in there. It's going to taste woody. Well, next time I open it, I'm going to. It probably fell into the whiskey. They're about the same, but the Trader Joe's a little bit lighter. Is this going to be much of a challenge? 100 proof versus 40, 80 proof, 50% alcohol versus 40% alcohol. Cutty Sark's a more name brand, obviously. We say, well, Trader Joe's is a name brand. Everybody knows about Trader Joe's. Yes, it's a grocery chain. They have their own private labels all over the store. Trader Joe's potato chips, Trader Joe's cheese, Trader Joe's whiskey. They have private label beer like Simpler Times and Bosom, which are actually good sometimes. I don't know if their batch consistency is so great. You know, Bosom and Simpler Times. But it used to be Simpler Times was so inexpensive you didn't really care too much. You know, when it was $3.50 a 6-pack. You know, it's like, it might be a little off this time, but now it's $8.99 a 12-pack. It better be good, and it's not good enough for me to pay $8.99 a 6-pack. All right, a 12-pack. I'll get it right. Okay, here we go. I look down if I see those little chunks in there. Oh, what else does Cutty Sark have? Well, these days they got the regular Cutty Sark that everybody knows, been around since 1923, real famous brand. They've got the 100th anniversary edition for this year. Yeah, that makes sense. If you want to collect bottles, you might want to go looking for it. 100th anniversary edition. Here's their range. They keep expanding their range. I haven't seen them all around here. There's the original. Everybody gets that. Prohibition edition. You might get it. Cutty Sark 12-year age. The new one, 12-year age. Just came out like a year ago. Took them 12 years to age it. But honestly, they're probably buying 12-year aged grain whiskeys and single malts and blending them together. But maybe they're not. Maybe they're making a blend and then specifically aging it for 12 years. I really do not know. I would like to find out. I would like to try. Now, if you really want to get rid of money, there's a new anniversary edition, I guess, specialty called Cutty Sark 33. Exquisite and seductive, the highly collectible pack celebrates the 1920s. Why is it called 33? Don't tell me it's aged 33 years. 42% alcohol. They listen at 700 milliliters. Well, in the United States, we get 750s. They're getting cheated over there. We got to pay for all that free stuff. I tell Canadians and English people that all the time. You got to pay for all the free stuff you're getting. It seems to, they don't seem to get what I'm saying. The oldest blend ever released by Cutty Sark. This bottling celebrates this particular time when the brand found its way into America. Well, that was 1930. Oh, yeah, when they were sneaking it in. Okay. Only 3,456 bottles produced. Huh? Guess it's aged 33 years, but I ain't gonna find out because I'm not paying some hundreds of dollars. Or maybe they're 33rd degree, and it's only if you know, have that exemplification. Okay, I don't. I'm not riding around on a motorbike with a fez cap. All right. Yeah, the aroma is just kind of mild honey and grain, cereal grain. Nothing special, nothing bad, just normal, like eyes. This has more action going on. More honey, more wood, more whisky-ish, territorial, acquisitional, compositional, inquisitional aromas. More profound, more deeply held beliefs. You know what I'm saying? It's stronger because it's 100 proof. I think on aroma, that's the 100 proof. But I'm not quite sure. So we're going to check it out on taste. Cheers to Scotch whiskey and all that entails. Hopefully for better and not for worse. Well, that is very regular. And when I say that is very regular, I don't mean that it's very bad. If it was very bad, I'll say that, well, that's very bad. Nothing like horrendously negative with it. It's just plain. A lot of water because they use tap water to bring it down. You say, oh no, Trader Joe's use pure spring water on the side of a glen, on a hillside next to the glen, the valley. And it's handmade in a cottage. Yeah, that's why it's $10.99 a liter because of all of that. No, it's industrial. It's a science, not an art. Yeah, it tastes fine. Little chocolate note. Not kidding about that. Little honey, cereal grains. Yeah, you like bowl of cereal? You like plain? You like cereal that's kind of plain, like old people cereal? My grandma and them used to try to give us that stuff to eat. You know, when you're a child, you want something sweet. You don't want old people cereal. So that could be their tagline: Trader Joe's blended Scotch. It tastes like old people cereal, which would be good because children would not be tempted to drink it. Okay, now over here. Very clearly Cutty Sark. Why? Doesn't have that Cutty Sark compost pile taste like regular Cutty Sark to 40%. No, it's not that. It's just strong. Woo, a lot of honey. Woo. 100%, 100 proof, 50% alcohol of a certain age, which we do not know. Got to be at least 3 years coming from the kingdom of Scotland. Oh, yeah. It's better. Now, is it $20, $30? Because really, let's go by the real prices. $10.99 for Trader Joe's. I got that super discount price, but it's being more like $38.99 for that liter. Let's say 35. 35. No, minus 11, $24 better. $24. Well, I'm not sure. I could buy nearly 2 bottles. I probably could buy. Now remember, they're same size bottle liters. I could in real life, I could probably buy 3 bottles of Trader Joe's for 1 bottle of Cutty Sark Prohibition Edition. 3-to-1 price. I really think that's about accurate. Maxwell says, good morning, Ron. Good morning to you, Maxwell, in the Russian Federation. Peace to you. All right. 3 times better. Is it 3 times better? It is better because this one's kind of plain. Like I just said, no off flavors, no off aromas. So when I read these reviews and they're talking about, airplane model glue, like the glue used when you're putting together those plastic models, or or rubbing alcohol or shoot nail polish remover. It's not nothing like that. So that's all just hype. That's hysteria, histrionics. You know what I'm saying? That's just hyperbole. And I don't even think they believe that when they do that. But that's what you like to do, when you're out there on the internet slamming something instead of just thinking about it and reviewing it. It's none of those things. But on the other hand, it's nothing. It's not. It's just plain. It's bland. You say, well, $10.99 for a liter of bland, I can live with that. Yeah, well, if you can live with that, then that's fine. You say, well, I don't care if it's just okay. I'll drink it. It's bland. I'll drink it. All right, fine. But then I don't know why you're paying $10.99 for a liter because, well, it's all right price. You just shouldn't shop around. Go to Winn-Dixie. They have their own private labels called WD Liquor. I don't know what's going to happen since the Aldi buyout. That could change. Probably will change, hopefully for the better. It's already good. I got a whole big bottle of Scotch over there for, what was it, $17.99? It was like $19.99, but then they had it discounted for, no, I think it was $16.99. Now it's the regular, I don't know, they keep changing the price. It's like every time I buy something over there, I go back and the price dropped $1. And then I was scared they were going to go up $1. When I bought all of those, the WD Liquors, rum, gold, silver, WD tequila, gold, silver, WD Scotch, the WD bourbon. That's 6 big bottles. Every time I went back, the price went down $1. I said, are you kidding me? I could have saved at least $6, more like 10, because I think, like I said, the Scotch dropped 3. I said, oh man, y'all are getting under my skin. But go try those. They probably bland. I'm sure they're bland. I mean, that's why they're so cheap. But yeah, you can shop around and really, really, really look and find some whiskeys, not commonly these days, but it's still possible you could find a big jug of blended whiskey for $12.99 now. And that's a whole jug. Is it going to be flavorful? Oh, it'll have flavor. But it'll just be, it's not, like I just said earlier, it's not going to be so nasty like people are saying. It's just going to be dull. You say, well, I'm just mixing it with RC Cola and watching Flintstones. Okay, fine. It's perfect. Or you say, I'm watching Nickelodeon. They got a tribute all week, Three's Company. Okay. If you're mixing it with RC Cola and you're sipping on it, watching Flintstones or Three's Company tribute, I'm sure it's perfect. But to taste it like I'm doing neat at room temperature, well, that's back to the original point. It's going to be dull. But nothing bad. Once again, nothing bad. Nothing remarkable. Just bland. Like I figured. Arvin says, I'm having a Jim Beam White and a Coke Zero at the moment. Cheers. I like the idea of the Jim Beam White label, 100 proof, 50% alcohol, bottled and bond. Don't like the idea of Coke Zero. I am openly anti-Coke Zero now. I'll admit that. See, if I'm against something, I'm going to admit it. I'm going to admit it. Not against that Mexican Coke, though, that pure cane sugar Coke. This tastes a little bit like syrup, corn syrup. Not kidding. Corn syrup, like you could go to the store. But you see the corn syrup you buy at the store. If you look at the label carefully, it'll have vanilla extract in. It'll say corn syrup, and then it'll say vanilla extract. Like that K-Row. I don't know why they add that, but they do. So, well, this got no vanilla added. Is the Prohibition Edition a good product? It is good. But if you want to get technical, it's not fabulous. It's got a little of that compost power. So it must have a little Isla in it. What about smoke? No, nothing. If you think Scotch is smoky, so that's why you won't drink it, You better learn some things. Most of the time, it is not smoky. And these two, the only way these going to get smoky is if you set them on fire, because they got no smoke in them. And I am unanimous in that. And it's a game, but there's no smoke. So it's mostly just cereal grain. Cereal grain. Like, I'm going to eat some cereal. This one tastes like old people cereal. And this one tastes like old people cereal. Except it's stronger because it's 100 proof, 50% alcohol versus 40% alcohol. But I've come to the conclusion, and this is no delusion, and I don't want you to have any confusion or any mental diffusion, that the Cutty Sark is not twice as good. Or I'm sorry, 3 times as good, right? Because you could buy 3 of these bottles for every one of those, 3 to 1. So if I was looking to buy these, and I wouldn't really be looking to do that, but if I was looking to buy these, I would buy 3 of these instead of 1 of these. I'd buy 3 of these instead of 1 of these. You hear what I'm saying? I'd buy 3 of these instead of 1 of these. I think the Cutty Sark Prohibition Edition is nice. But bringing these down, drinking them down and bringing them down and thinking them down, you know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking about it, thinking through it, tasting through it. I'm not, I always say that. I say, don't just talk, be, and don't just taste it. Like Stevie Nicks said in that song, don't listen to her, listen through her. You say, oh no, you're telling me I got to taste things metaphysically. In a sense, yes. So when I review these, it's a metaphysical approach. So metaphysically, and there is a Cutty Sark 33. It's all connected to the pyramids. These whiskeys are directly connected to the pyramids. And the Alexander's empire, or the inheritors of it, I should say, specifically Antiochus Epiphanes. I think the Cutty Sark is not that much better. So I'm going to call it the win, believe it or not. Not that it tastes better, but considering the price. See, does it taste better? No, maybe it's a little inferior. But considering the vast price difference, I'm going to have to give the winner Trader Joe's. Can you believe it? Trader Joe's got it right. Well, who would have thought? I wouldn't have thought. I'd have put $10 on, well, I'd put $5. I wouldn't put 10. Put $5 on Cutty Sark Prohibition Edition. Just goes to show you, till you do a blind taste test, you don't really know. You think you know, but you don't really know. All right, thanks for watching. So the winner in the first round, Trader Joe's. Imagine that. Oh yeah, good.